Hey there, everybody out on YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of Darkhawk Talk. Today, we're going to be going over issue number 11, the second part of the Heart of the Hawk series. Hey, you'll never guess who's in this one. It's Tombstone. Nice cover art there. Let's go to the first page. So, quick reminder from last issue, feel free to go and watch that episode if you want. So, Darkhawk went to go find St. Johnny, the homeless dude that, long story short, got Chris the amulet. He's trying to get some answers from him. And Tombstone, simultaneously, is looking for Darkhawk. And they both run into each other. Darkhawk thinks that Tombstone killed St. Johnny, as it so eloquently states right there, you killed St. Johnny. The one person who could help me. It's nice of Mr. Fingeroth there to help catch everybody up. And so now we're leading to the fight between Tombstone and Darkhawk. And this is a underrated key issue in the saga that is Darkhawk, because something pretty big happens in here that's going to set up Chris's adventures for the next few issues, and it's pretty cool looking. Honestly, it's one of my favorite spreads from the original series. So we'll see it here in a few pages. All right, on to the next page here. We've got this gorgeous two-page spread by Mr. Mike Manley. So you see Tombstone here in the upper left saying what he wants to do. He wants to rip the amulet out of his chest, and then he's going to have all the power he ever dreamed of, etc., etc., etc. Darkhawk just tells him to shut the heck up, hits him with the old claw. But then he realizes that, hey, whoa, Tombstone's super powered, which he probably should have figured out, but he's still a rookie in this stage in the game. He doesn't really know, right? So Tombstone hits him square in the chest, knocks him back, and then he starts talking about the other guys he's defeated, Hobgoblin, the UFOs. He forgot to mention Savage Steel. Just pointing that out. Just kidding. Nobody cares about Savage Steel anymore. But Tombstone goes to chuck a boulder at him. Darkhawk hits him with the Darkhawk blast, chucking Tombstone back. It's a nice little action page there. All right, so the fight continues. Darkhawk takes a look behind him. For some reason, the amusement park has disappeared in the background there, but whatever, it'll be back. So there's St. Johnny. He's actually alive. Tombstone just knocked him out. Darkhawk gives his attention to him, which is bad because sure enough, Tombstone bacows him on the back of the head there, and then kind of teases him a little bit, saying, hoping he's not dead, hoping he's still alive there. But we're going to cut across from the fun action thing and go to an exciting courtroom scene featuring Chris's mom and her trial of mob boss Philip Bazin. Oops, let's go back. There we go. So basically, we're going to be sitting here for a little bit, and the interesting part about this, it's typical law stuff. They're trying to show all the witnesses coming up are intimidated by Bazin and all that. And you see that down here with Cheryl versus Philip's daughter. So they start arguing back and forth, and more court stuff, and then more people backing up against what they were going to say originally because they're being intimidated. Affidavit is a lie. Yada, yada, yada. If you can't tell, I really don't like this court stuff too much, but whatever. It's part of the issue. Broderica? Gosh, I'm slipping on her name right now. Basin's daughter and Cheryl start trash talking each other, and the judge hits them with the ladies. And they start Allegra. That's right. I don't know why I thought her name. Allegra. That's right. It's an allergy medicine. Anyways, Allegra and Cheryl start arguing at each other, and then that's setting something up for the future. If you also remember from a few issues ago, Jason got straight blowed up in a car explosion. He's still at the hospital, and younger brother, he's just sitting there talking to him, trying to see if he comes back. But then down the hall, events are violently unfolding, which augur no good for the Powell family. So we'll see what happens that. Going back to the fight, Tombstone boots Darkhawk straight through the brick wall, and then goes for the amulet. And as Chris notes here, he's doing it. He's ripping it out. And that leads to... Oh, not yet. It leads to a gas mask, or a gas bomb, coming on by St. Johnny, who... moves Darkhawk. And then, as you see here, it's forgot how heavy this body is. We've got to get you to safety. So that's setting up something for way down the line. Looking at more issues like 20 through 25, you get to learn way more into that. So here we get Allegra and Bazin um, arguing, talking. Gosh, it's been so long. Yeah, we'll just get past this. Nobody cares. There's Allegra again, full body shot. So Darkhawk is healing up there, and he's talking to Saint Johnny. So this is kind of in the middle of a random battle, I guess. But they start talking about that maybe you're stronger than I am, kid. The power of the responsibility was all too much. I tried to destroy the thing. I couldn't. Finally left it in the old funhouse, which, as we're reminded here, is found in issue 1. Hoping no one would ever find it again. I was fooling myself. But then he just takes off and doesn't explain. So he just vaguely explains that he used the amulet. But again, like I was saying earlier, we'll get into more of that later on. So Darkhawk's chasing after him. Boom, there's Tombstone coming back in. So they start, fist fighting, clawing at him. Oh, he's going for the head. And there's John and Jason back in the hospital. And then here's that orderly. He backhands John, and he's trying to take out Jason. And then you get Chris's dad, and the kids are surprised to see him. Okay, so if you remember, Chris's dad just kind of like disappeared for some reason that has still yet to be said. But he's still over here watching over the kids while the mom's doing the trial, and Chris is off fighting Tombstone. So, and the kids saying like, "Oh, hey, that's my dad," and they're like, "Oh no, don't go after it." And then Bazin, who put the hit out, they're saying that okay, well. It didn't work, and they're just trying to distract Chris's mom from the actual case. And here's Cheryl and Allegra, both upset, and Allegra just whoop-pap, smacks her, calls her a slime, the most impotent bailiff in all of our ladies. Please, this is a courtroom. All right, cool. Thanks, guy. So that's setting up for Cheryl and Allegra, and Allegra and Chris, there becomes a little triangle thing later on, but we'll get to that later. So Chris hits Tombstone, and then he gets backhanded. Very Solomon Grundy-esque looking right here. And the Darkhawk, keep dreaming, Slatehead. You gave your best shot now. Tombstone says he wanted the amulet, and now it's mine. So I really like this. This shocked the heck out of me when I first read it when I was like 8 years old. So amulet straight ripped out of Darkhawk's body. Tombstone has control of it. Where do we go from here? This kind of concludes up the whole issue here. So John and Jason, they're going through their issues at home. Chris's mom, she's distracted with everything that's going on. And then there's Tombstone triumphantly holding up the amulet over Darkhawk's corpse. And he can't change back. What is he going to do? I don't know. We'll have to find out. And you can find out. As long as you come back to the next issue, issue number 12. It'll be part 3 of Heart of the Hawk, and we'll see where we go from here. Darkhawk's looking in pretty dire straits, so it's interesting, and it's pretty fun to see where they go. We start to see a lot of people from earlier in the series come back and play in a part of this Heart of the Hawk. So appreciate you guys coming in, listening to me ramble. And until next time, we'll see you later.